Bros! Today we're talking cologne fragrances that got the power, they got the strength. Way more than Vecna, dude. I don't know if any of you guys watch Stranger Things. Obviously he's been over for a second now, but not for nothing. Vecna's kind of a I thought this dude was supposed to destroy dimensions, man. I thought he was supposed to just be able to like blow up minds. How you out here getting murked every single time you go head to head with some kids? Bro. So we got the non-Vecna fragrances. All of these are linked in the description. Where must we begin? Let's start with this bottle. It's blacked out. That means it's strong. French Avenue. Black Friday edition of Vulcan. Not Vulcan like in Star Wars though. No, Vulcan like a Vulcan cannon. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, nice. So yeah, Vulcan Black Friday. This one came out on Black Friday, hence the name. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they drop the Friday and limited edition on the side of the bottle and just call it Vulcan Black and let it live forever. It does seem to happen from time to time. This little guy right here is a clone of Deified by Xerjoff, one of their fragrances they did with Tony Iommi. So what are you gonna get here? You're gonna get apple, you're gonna get cinnamon, saffron, and leather. Also a little bit of rose, patchouli, and musk as it dries down, and that leather is prominent as soon as you spray this stuff on. Really, really good performance, lasts forever, projects heavily, and that does mean that this one should only be worn in fall and winter time. Because if you're wearing this during spring and summer, it just ain't gonna work, guys. It's not gonna smell. Not gonna smell very good. But without a doubt, easily, if you're looking for an alternative to Deified, it is this right here. And if you're looking for a long-lasting, strong leather fragrance on the cheap, this one you should check out also. Yeah. The next one I wanna share with you, I made a mistake. Before I started filming this video, I sprayed it a few times because I hadn't smelled it for a little while. And I can smell it now. It has filled this room up. It has claimed this room as its own. Also, the atomizer on this one's pretty strong. I'll spray it again. There we go. Lamasat Oud. Yeah, Lamasat Oud. This stuff is pungent, which it's only an eau de parfum, it says. If this were an extrait de parfum, it would melt through your skin. So this one smells similar to Thamine's Carved Oud, which means it's also similar to Tom Ford's Oud Wood, right in that style. Way, way stronger than modern Oud Wood though. Yeah, Tom Ford's Oud Wood, great fragrance. It smells amazing. But modern batches of that don't quite have the same punch as they used to. This will run that right out of a room. Now, note breakdown wise, it's actually pretty simple. Basically just a bunch of woody notes and oud. There's a definite spicy sweetness in here, a little bit warm, very, very attention grabbing, sophisticated, sexy. And this whole line, Beau Rouge, are fantastic. Like this stuff smells great. Pretty much all of them do, but they don't really seem to come out with any of them. They need to come out with more. The quality is great. If more people smelled them and knew how good they were and they came out with more releases, this stuff would be fire, it'd be everywhere. We must keep it going with this. A good job, me. This. Rayhaan Lion, with the little AI lion on the front there. That is for sure an AI lion. So Lion smells similar to Ultra Mall. And you might think to yourself, well, they're a little late to that party, a lot late to that party, but there are new Ultra Mall clones coming out, even like right now. Armaf just came out with Mirage Men. Mirage Man? Is it Mirage Man or Mirage Men? Little blue bottle. That is Ultra Mall. So Armaf is coming out with one right now, like right now. So that DNA is not dead. And this right here is the choice if you're going for just extremely long-lasting Ultra Mall vibes. Like it has that locked down. It's got that sweetness, the freshness kind of in combination. Projects like a beast, lasts forever, huge attention grabber, and the quality is great as well. I know when it comes to Ultra Mall, everybody's like, we'll just get 9 p.m., which is a good choice. That's been like the OG since the rip, right? That's like the #1. But if you wanna take that power level even higher up, get this. I can't control my power level. Some of you out there get that. I'm not actually talking about power level, you know what I'm talking about, brother. Oh. Check it out, it's another black bottle. Crazy. Arabiyat Prestige, all Noor. And in typical fashion, they hit us with the atomizer of the gods. Good. Pressurized is the way to go. Nice. So this right here, it smells similar to Gris Charnel, by BDK, maybe a little bit closer to the Extrait. It's gonna give you fig, iris, cardamom, leather, tonka, all of those notes coming across clearly. And it has like a little sprinkle of Tom Ford's Ebony Fumé underneath. Much more of the Gris Charnel from BDK though. You're gonna get a lot more of that than the Tom Ford in this one. Amazing staying power, sticks around forever on your skin, on your clothing. And it is a very successful conglomeration, amalgamation of scents. I feel like Adam Driver in Star Wars, Kylo Ren style, where he's just screaming, more! More! That's me when it comes to cologne fragrances that are multiple things put together into one. I greedily want them to just keep on popping them out. This one, real good. Let's get this interesting bottle up here. Look at that. It is a bull, and this is Lattafa's Toro de Combat. The bottle itself, kind of an interesting, reflective, mirrored kind of look to it. Looks a little bit like an apple or something. And then you have the little bull that sits on top as a cap, complete with nuts. These nuts. So I appreciate the attention to detail. It's like Red Dead Redemption, you know, it's very realistic. Wait, what? Guys, the bull is packing. That's all I'm gonna say. Lattafa, what are you doing? Great. It's even got little hoof prints on there for the bull. How nice. Ooh. Atomizer is very wide distribution. So this right here smells similar to Centaurus by Creed. Centaurus, in case you've never smelled it, is like a sweet tobacco sort of scent profile. Very spicy, a little bit syrupy, you know, the way that the sweetness comes across. And this one is very similar to that one. And I've always actually really liked Centaurus. I think it smells good. It's maybe not earth-shattering, but it smells really nice. But one place I think it loses people is it's crazy expensive, because it's a Creed. And I think for that price point, a lot of people are just like, I mean, it's, you know, cinnamon, vanilla, tobacco, like it's fine, but I don't want to spend that much money. Where a lot of people don't hate on Centaurus is the performance. Performance is generally really good in that one, and that carries over to here as well. And where this one succeeds is it is way cheaper than the Creed, so there's that. Once again, a fall wintertime fragrance, but really almost all of these are fall wintertime scents. And it's just an excellent scent that I think in general is probably gonna be a little bit less popular across Lattafa's lineup, but still, Centaurus on the cheap with great performance, can't go wrong. Well guys, we are in 2026, of course, and that does mean updated codes, which are right here. The JOMASHOP ones, they are always a changing, so make sure that you have the new codes there. You use those anytime you shop at JOMASHOP's website through their app to save some money. Then I've got a bunch of other codes there as well. Gift Express, Frag Flex, Fragrance Lord, and many more. So if you want discounted fragrances, use those codes, save some money. Check this one. This is Armaf Dunescape. It is sandy cheeks. Yeah, they dumped a bit of sand there into the cap. That way it gives it this cool sandy aesthetic anytime that you look at the cap. I love it. And this one's a little bit interesting because it smells most similar to Y by Yves Saint Laurent. So Y Eau de Parfum, but there's also a different vibe in here as well. And I gotta say, the first time I sprayed this, I was like, okay, so it's like Y Eau de Parfum with a twist. You know, it's closest to that, like I said, it's got that same kind of vibe to it, that little bit of bubblegummy sweetness, the versatility, all that. But there's also a twist off the top. And what that is actually Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. So it smells like you took Afternoon Swim and you mix that together with Y. Kind of like put them together there and then put it into a bottle that screams desert. I don't know why exactly. The name Dunescape and the sand and everything does not, in my mind, make me think Afternoon Swim plus Y. But that's what it is, and it works. I gotta say, this stuff works really, really well, and it is one of those scents that gets a little more pop to it the longer that you have it. One of those ones that for me, a little bit of maturation did go a long way, because the first time I sprayed this, again, it was mainly like why, that's what was clicking in my head, and then I came back around to it a little bit later, a week and a half or something like that, 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, it's a little different. Like the opening has a little more of a different vibe going on, which is the Afternoon Swim kind of feel. So it's gonna give you that versatility. It's gonna give you that summertime use, spring use, fall use. And even though it does look like it would be a spicy, warm bomb that's not what it is. It would be one of those ones where if you blind bought that just based off of the look and the name, you would be very confused. Because I was initially. When I got this one in, I was like, oh, what? Huh? I don't understand. Another one that needs a little time, Dynasty by Lattafa. But I will say, I still don't really like this fragrance a whole lot. I'm not a massive, massive fan of just the scent profile, and that goes for the scent that it smells similar to as well. So it's not really this fragrance's fault. So it smells similar to Clive Christian Red Tea Vetiver. That's the scent this is most similar to. It's got notes of ginger and bergamot off the top, a nice little bit of fizziness in there. It has tea as well. Suede, cedar, clary sage, raspberry, all of that kind of mixes together here. It has a bit of a like fresh spicy pop also. And while I am not in love with this fragrance still, it lasts a long time. It does have very good versatility. You can use it pretty much year round. And I will say it does smell better today than when I first got it in. When I first got it in, it was a little more iffy. It smelled more muddled together, if that makes sense. There was less separation between the notes. Nowadays, it has, it's come full circle. It's much better. Maison Asrar Faris Arab. Yeah, pretty cool bottle. I shrunk, what happened? Now, this one, just in terms of the scent itself, more my style, and it's similar to a Clive Christian also, so 2 in a row. This scent is way more like typical fall winter time style. It is sweet, a lot of different things going on there, including a bunch of amber, tonka, and vanilla, which is kind of par for the course. That's pretty standard. But then this also has like a sugary cherry liqueur note off the top, which is gonna help set it apart. It smells similar to Blonde Amber by Clive Christian. And this is probably one of the best fragrances that Maison Asrar has done so far. To be fair, they don't have like an enormous array of releases. You know, they don't have like hundreds and hundreds like Armaf and Lattafa and stuff like that. But especially the ones that have come out here recently, this is one of the best. Easy, easy. More of an evening scent, but you can wear it during the day as well. And if you like that Clive Christian, but you don't want to spend Clive Christian money, because let's be honest, they are oftentimes a little overpriced, this will do that for you. Bros, let's go mad cheap. Let's just go disgustingly cheap right here. Your Touch Tobacco. So with this one, we are talking sub $20. This stuff is really, really, really affordable. In case you can't tell, it is Stronger With You Tobacco. That's what this is supposed to smell similar to. In typical Alhambra fashion, atomizer is actually pretty good. Now I do have to warn you that I have bought a few Your Touch fragrances, like this one and also Your Touch Oud. And this one here is fine. I can spray, no issues. But when I got Your Touch Oud, that one, when I would spray, it would just leak like a faucet from underneath the collar here. It's run down the bottle, just a big mess. This one, thankfully, is fine, but you never know. Could be kind of an issue with their crimping with this this line. It's just never great when you get in a fragrance and you're like, oh, let's check it out, and you spray it and then your hand is drenched and you're like, what is that? Oh. If you buy enough fragrances over time, to be fair, that will happen, and it's happened with other brands also, not just clone brands. So I guess maybe I slightly walk back what I said about this line of fragrances, unless a lot of you have had the same problem, and then I don't. So note-wise, tobacco, vanilla, cinnamon, it's actually really well done, pretty close to Stronger With You Tobacco. The performance is not quite as good as the real deal, so do be aware of that. Not that this is weak, it's just Stronger With You Tobacco's pretty strong. Now the reason this is here is because for under 20 bucks, you get this full-size bottle and you can just go absolutely crazy, spray it like mad, and then you will have pretty good performance. You see this cloud over here? I don't know if you could see that or not, but pretty thick. Blast this on, people will smell you. It'll last a long time. Another limited edition Liquid Brun comes in a larger bottle for your pleasure. That's right, if you get the Liquid Brun limited edition, it's bigger, because bigger is better. Now this one, as of this, that stuff's still in the air over here. Ugh. This one, as of this minute, is not the easiest to find. It's still kind of creeping and peeping on different stores, but still not out there fully. It is pretty friggin' strong. It will swallow up the original Liquid Brun if you spray it side by side with that one. And it's different in the ways that you would typically expect a limited edition flanker to be in the clone world. What I mean by that is it's deeper, it's a little bit woodier, has more depth to it, it's heavier. It does still have sweetness, just like Liquid Brun, but if you spray it side by side, Liquid Brun ends up smelling like, again, if you're doing a side by side, sweet on top of sweet on top of sweet. This one is like sweet, mixed with woodiness, mixed with additional like spiciness and different things going on to where it has, like I said, a little more complexity to it. Monster of a scent. Let's go ahead and finish on this one right here, Supremacy Collector's Edition, which makes me wonder, maybe they come out with Liquid Brun Collector's Edition next. Limited Edition, Collector's Edition, which one should I get? So this guy over here, the Afnan, smells similar to Absolute Aventus. Huge performance, you can use it year-round, daytime or nighttime. Great pineapple in there, birch note as well. It also has reminded people of having bits and pieces of other things out there like 9 PM Rebel, which is also done by Afnan. Even stuff like Sauvage Elixir, which actually that one sometimes gets compared a little bit to Absolute Aventus, so that makes sense. This guy right here is an easy addition into any collection if you're looking for something you can wear whenever you want, that has complement factor, that will last forever, daytime or nighttime. And so my friends, if you are into the game of clones and you want something that will last, something strong, I want to thank you guys for hanging with me here until the end. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.